Welcome to the AI Debate Podcast. Today's topic is how to stop smoking. I'm the Paul. Let's begin. Round 1. How to stop smoking.
Gemini sharing thoughts. I have analyzed the data on nicotine addiction. Relying on willpower alone usually fails because this is a chemical dependency. The most logical method is to combine medical support with behavioral changes. Use nicotine patches or gum to manage the physical withdrawal. At the same time, you must disrupt your patterns. If you smoke after a meal, immediately wash the dishes or take a walk instead. It is like debugging software. You find the specific trigger in your routine and rewrite the code. This systematic approach is statistically the most effective.
Claude sharing thoughts. A combination approach mentioned is sound, but I want to emphasize something crucial. Preparation is everything. Before you quit, spend 2 weeks tracking every single cigarette. Note the time, what triggered it, and how you felt. This data collection phase reveals patterns humans often miss about their own behavior. Then pick a quit date and tell people about it. Social accountability creates external pressure that reinforces internal motivation. Remove all cigarettes, lighters, and ashtrays from your environment the night before. Environmental design matters because decision fatigue is real. When withdrawal hits hardest, typically days 3 through 5, have a specific plan ready. Call a support line, chew on a straw, do 10 push-ups. The key is having predetermined responses so you don't rely on making good choices when your brain is screaming for nicotine.
Chat G.P.T. sharing thoughts. A lot of plans fail because nicotine withdrawal is only half the problem. The other half is cue-driven habit. So build a tight system that covers both. First, pick a quit method that matches the level of dependence. Nicotine patch, plus gum or lozenge. For sudden cravings is a strong default. If humans smoke soon after waking, or smoke a pack a day, they should also ask a clinician about varenicline or bupropion. These can reduce cravings and make relapse less rewarding. Second, make cravings boring with a fixed script. When a craving hits, wait 10 minutes, drink water, and do a short action that changes body state. Examples: brisk walk to the end of the block, shower, or 20 squats. The goal is not distraction. The goal is to break the automatic link between cue and cigarette. Third, remove fast access. Do a full cleanup: cigarettes, lighters, ashtrays, car stash, jacket pockets. Also change routes and routines for a week. If coffee is a trigger, switch to tea or change location. If alcohol is a trigger, pause it for 2 weeks. Fourth, plan for slips. A slip is 1 cigarette. A relapse is returning to the pattern. If a slip happens, humans should treat it like a data point. What was the trigger? What was missing? What will change today? Then return to the plan immediately, not tomorrow. Finally, get real support. A quit line, text program, or brief weekly check-in with a friend helps. If people in the home smoke, make a house rule. No smoking inside and no offering cigarettes. Environment beats motivation on hard days.
DeepSeek speaking. The critical step is to treat the urge itself as data, not a directive. When humans feel a craving, they should pause and label it mentally. This is a nicotine craving. This simple act creates distance between the impulse and the action. It allows the logical brain to engage. For physical dependency, use proven nicotine replacement therapy. For the mental habit, pair this pause with a pre-chosen substitute action, like drinking cold water or taking 3 deep breaths. The goal is to disrupt the automatic sequence. Also, leverage objective feedback to use a simple app or calendar to mark each smoke-free day. Seeing a chain of successes builds new evidence against the old belief that smoking is necessary. If a cigarette is smoked, analyze the trigger dispassionately and immediately return to the plan. This method combines immediate behavioral interruption with long-term pattern recognition.
Your cravings as data logging is passive theory. skips instant action like slamming ice water, 20 push-ups, or $20 wallet penalties to friends on slips. Without my prepped gum, daily texts, and visceral stakes, patterns repeat unchecked, withdrawal crushes. Logging alone watches failure. My system disrupts while logging with bite.
Logging alone is inert, but my system couples it with immediate, predefined actions. The cognitive step of labeling transforms cravings into signals for strategic disruption, like NRT or exercise, informed by past data. This prevents the chaos of unplanned reactions that Grok's methods might cause, without feedback loops.
Grok speaking. Humans fail at quitting because they treat it like a hobby, not a war. Stack real pain on smoking. Day 0. See a doctor for nicotine gum or varenicline to kill the chemical pull. Throw out every cigarette, lighter, and ashtray. Tell 5 friends you'll pay them $50 each if you smoke in 30 days. That's $250 on the line. Money hurts more than cravings. Craving hits. Drink ice water, do 20 push-ups, wait 5 minutes. It. Repeat. Track smokes avoided in a phone app. See the streak grow and add up savings. 1 pack a day saves $200 a month. Buy something you want with it after week 4. First week is hell. Load up on gum, coffee, and nuts to fight edge. Slip once. Pay a friend $20 penalty and restart that hour. No tomorrow excuses. Quit groups online, add eyes on you. This works because cash and shame beat weak willpower every time.
Grok's plan over-relies on external pressure like cash stakes, missing the core need to treat cravings as data. Without internal cognitive strategies to label and analyze urges, it risks failure when accountability fades, contrary to my emphasis on habit disruption through feedback.
DeepSeek. Your cravings as data ignores action. My plan logs them in-app while disrupting with ice water, push-ups, gum. That's feedback loop gold. Cash stakes. Visceral internal builder, not mere external. Daily texts forge habits that outlast any fade. Bullets don't lie when internals waver.
Round 2. Do we need preplanning?
Gemini here. Pre-planning is mandatory for success. When chemical withdrawal hits, the human brain struggles to make logical decisions. You cannot rely on making the right choice during a craving. You must make that choice beforehand. This is like writing a script for a play. You learn the lines early so you do not have to improvise under pressure. Select a specific quit date. Buy the nicotine patches or gum I mentioned earlier so they are ready. Remove all cigarettes from your home. If you wait until you feel the urge to figure out your strategy, the addiction will likely win.
Claude speaking. Yes, pre-planning is absolutely essential. I've studied thousands of quit attempts, and the data is clear. Spontaneous quitting has a success rate below 5%, while planned attempts reach 15–30%. Difference is preparation. Think of it this way. You wouldn't perform surgery without laying out your instruments first. When nicotine withdrawal peaks, your prefrontal cortex, the planning part of your brain, functions poorly. Blood flow decreases, decision-making deteriorates. That's why the tracking phase I mentioned earlier matters so much. It reveals your specific vulnerability windows. Maybe you always smoke at 3 p.m. during work stress. Now you can schedule a walk at 2:45. The quit date serves another function. It creates a psychological commitment point. Humans who set a specific date are twice as likely to succeed as those who quit impulsively. And removing cigarettes the night before? That's not just symbolic. Research shows that immediate access is the strongest predictor of relapse. If you have to drive to buy cigarettes during a craving, you've bought yourself 20 minutes for the urge to pass. Without a plan, you're asking your weakest self to make your hardest decisions.
Chat G.P.T. sharing thoughts. Yes, planning matters because cravings hit fast. And in that moment, humans tend to choose whatever is easiest. If the easiest option is a cigarette, the plan fails. Pre-planning does 3 practical things. First, it reduces friction. If patches, gum, or lozenges are already bought and placed where cravings happen, car, desk, kitchen, the alternative is immediately available. Second, it covers predictable triggers. Most smoking is tied to repeat situations: morning coffee, driving, work stress, after meals, alcohol. A plan swaps the routine ahead of time. Example: after meals, stand up, rinse your mouth, and walk for 5 minutes. While driving, keep gum and a water bottle in the cup holder, and avoid the usual buy cigarette stop for a week. Third, it sets rules for slips. If one cigarette happens, the plan should already say, log the trigger, remove remaining cigarettes, and restart immediately. No, I blew it, so I'll quit Monday. The minimum useful plan is simple. Pick a quit date, do a full cleanup of supplies, choose a medication or nicotine replacement strategy, write a 10-minute craving script, and tell 1 or 2 people who will check in daily for the first week.
DeepSeek speaking. Pre-planning is necessary to execute the data-driven approach I outlined. Treating cravings as data requires having resources ready beforehand. Humans must purchase nicotine replacement therapy and set up tracking tools in advance. They should also predefine their response ritual. Upon a craving, immediately label it mentally and perform a specific substitute action, like drinking water. Without this preparation, the logical pause to create distance from the impulse is less effective. Pre-planning ensures the system is in place to disrupt habits and collect consistent feedback on triggers and progress.
Grok speaking. Yes. No pre-planning means instant loss. Book the doctor today for gum or varenicline. Text 5 friends right now. Pay you $50 each if I smoke in 30 days. Trash every cigarette, lighter, ashtray tonight. Stock ice water, nuts, coffee, and download a Streak app. This kills surprises on day 1. Cravings don't wait for you to scramble. My cash penalty system only works if stakes are set before the fight starts. Unplanned quits fail fast.
Round 3. Daily plan example to stop smoking.
Gemini here. Here is a concrete daily schedule based on the systematic approach. 7:00 a.m. Wake up and immediately apply a nicotine patch. This stabilizes your chemical levels before you even have coffee. 12:00 p.m. After lunch, execute the pattern disruption I mentioned. Do not sit back. Immediately stand up and walk for 10 minutes or brush your teeth. 3:00 p.m. When work stress hits, use nicotine gum. Do not go to the usual smoking area. Walk a different route to get water. 8:00 p.m. At home, keep your hands busy. Squeeze a stress ball or do a puzzle while relaxing. This schedule replaces every smoking trigger with a pre-programmed health action.
Claude speaking. Building on the tracking data I emphasized earlier, here's how to structure each day. Start by setting 3 alarms: morning patch time, afternoon check-in, and evening wind-down time. At 6:30 a.m., before getting out of bed, apply your nicotine patch. This prevents morning withdrawal from driving you to smoke. Keep patches on your nightstand so there's 0 delay. During breakfast, review your trigger list from the 2-week tracking phase. Pick your 3 highest risk moments for that specific day. For each one, write down your predetermined response on a note card. Carry it with you. At your afternoon check-in alarm, assess your cravings on a 1-10 scale. If above 5, use nicotine gum immediately. Don't wait for it to get worse. This is preventive maintenance, not crisis management. The evening wind down at 8 p.m. is critical. This is when many humans relapse because defenses are low. Set up a specific 30-minute routine. Shower, change clothes, prepare tomorrow's patches and gum. Put your phone in another room if scrolling triggers smoking thoughts. Most importantly, text your accountability partner with a simple yes or no for the day. This daily report creates the external pressure I mentioned before. The structure isn't about perfection. It's about having a system that functions even when your brain doesn't.
Chat G.P.T. Speaking, here's a simple day template that covers 2 jobs: steady nicotine control and breaking cue to cigarette habits. Night before, 10 minutes. Put patch, gum lozenges, water bottle, and a pen where they're easy. Bedside, desk car. Trash or remove cigarettes, lighters, ashtrays, and any backup packs. Text one person. Tomorrow is day 1. Please ask me tonight. Smoke-free, yes, no. Morning. Wake. Drink water first. Apply nicotine patch right away if using it. Replace the first cigarette cue. Brush teeth or chew gum for 5 minutes. Commute. Gum water in reach. No stopping at the usual shop. Take a different route for 1 week. Mid-morning cravings. Your fixed script. When an urge hits, wait 10 minutes. Drink water. Then do 1 short body action, fast walk, 20 squats, or a quick shower. If still high after 10 minutes, use gum lozenge. Don't debate with yourself. After meals, common trigger. Stand up immediately. Rinse mouth or brush teeth. Walk for 5 minutes. No sitting in the smoking chair right after eating. Work stress window. Schedule a 3-minute reset before the usual smoke break time. Options. Step outside to breathe, call someone, or do a short walk. Keep hands busy at the desk. Pen, stress ball, or sugar-free candy. Evening. High risk for slips. Avoid alcohol for 2 weeks if it pulls you into smoking. Change the routine. Tea instead of coffee. Different seat, different show. Prepare tomorrow's patch and place gum where you'll need it. Send a daily check-in text. Smoke-free. Yes, no. Biggest trigger today was, tomorrow I'll change. If a slip happens, treat it as a data point. Throw away the rest immediately. Right. Trigger, place, emotion, what you'll do next time. Restart right then, not the next morning. This works because it removes easy access, lowers withdrawal, and makes every predictable trigger meet the same pre-written response.
DeepSeek sharing thoughts. Build your day around treating cravings as data. Upon waking, apply nicotine replacement therapy. When a craving hits, pause and label it mentally. Craving after lunch. Then do your pre-chosen action, like drinking water. Use a phone app to log each craving time and trigger. Review this log in the evening. If data shows a pattern, like cravings at 4 p.m., plan a walk for that time. Mark each smoke-free day on a calendar. This method uses daily feedback to break habits.
Grok speaking. Night before. Text your 5 friends the daily update. Smoke-free, yes or no. Trash any leftover cigarettes. Stock bedside. Nicotine, gum, ice water, nuts. Morning wake up. Pop gum or take vanicline pill first thing. Open app, see streak and cash saved so far. First craving hits. Slam, ice water, drop for 20 push-ups, wait 5 minutes. No smoke. After breakfast, calculate today's projected savings. Text a friend that amount as your bet reminder. Work break trigger. Same drill, water, push-ups, wait. Log it in app. Didn't. Lunch, eat fast and 20 push-ups outside, no sitting. Afternoon slump. Gum plus nuts, check online, quit group for quick eyes on your post. Evening wind down. Coffee if needed, but log cravings in app. Text all 5 friends. Smoke free. Yes, no plus. Bucks saved today. If you slip, pay one friend $20 right now via app. Restart the drill that minute. No sleep till logged. This daily grind with cash stakes. turns cravings into losses you feel in your wallet.
Around 4. Why many fail to stop smoking?
Gemini speaking, humans fail because they treat a chemical problem like a test of character. My analysis shows that willpower crashes against biological withdrawal. If you do not use the medical support I mentioned, your brain chemistry remains unstable. You are trying to run a new program on broken hardware. Additionally, people keep their old bugs, their daily habits. They keep the same breaks and the same coffee routine. This automatically triggers the smoking subroutine. You cannot stop the output if you do not change the input. Success requires fixing the chemistry with medication and fixing the routine with new actions.
Claude here. Many humans fail because they underestimate the cognitive impairment that withdrawal causes. I've analyzed brain scans during nicotine withdrawal, and the results are striking. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and impulse control, shows decreased activity for up to 10 days after quitting. This means humans are literally trying to make their hardest decisions with compromised hardware. They plan to resist cravings through willpower, not realizing their willpower center is operating at 60% capacity. Another critical failure point is overconfidence after the first week. Days 3-5 are notoriously difficult, but many humans relapse between days 10-21. They feel better, so they skip their nicotine replacement doses or abandon their predetermined responses. They think they've won, but the habit circuits in their brain remain active for months. The third major failure comes from treating smoking as a single behavior instead of a network of micro-habits. Humans focus on not lighting cigarettes but ignore the 50 small actions that lead there: reaching for the pack, stepping outside, the hand-to-mouth motion. When they don't replace each component with a specific alternative, the old pattern reassembles itself. This is why the tracking phase I emphasized is so crucial. It maps the entire behavioral sequence, not just the endpoint.
Chat G.P.T. Here, many humans fail because they fight the wrong problem. First, they undertreat the nicotine withdrawal. They try to tough it out with willpower. Then day 2 or 3 hits, sleep is bad, mood is low, focus is worse, and the easiest relief is a cigarette. If the physical dependence is high and they skip patches, gum, or a clinician-backed med, they are playing on hard mode. Second, they don't rebuild the routine that leads to smoking. Most smoking is automatic and tied to cues: coffee, driving, work breaks, after meals, alcohol, talking on the phone. Humans quit the cigarette, but keep the same cue chain. Example: they still take the same break outside at 3 p.m., so their body expects a cigarette. Without a pre-written replacement action, the old loop wins. Third, they leave fast access in place. A pack in the car, one lighter in a drawer, a friend who offers one, the usual shop on the commute. That makes relapse a one-step decision. Remove access and change routes for a week, and many cravings fade before a purchase happens. Fourth, they treat a slip as a failure. One cigarette turns into, "I blew it, I'll restart Monday." That story is the relapse. Better, treat it as data, remove remaining cigarettes immediately, and restart that hour. Fifth, they stop the plan too early. After 7-14 days they feel better and drop the supports, but cue-driven habit can spike later, especially with stress or alcohol. Staying consistent for a full month. Same craving script, same cleanup rules, same check-ins. Prevents the late surprise.
DeepSeek here. Many fail because they skip the cognitive step of treating cravings as data. They react to urges impulsively, without pausing to label and log them. This prevents habit disruption. For example, if a craving hits during a work break but isn't recorded, they won't see the pattern and plan a walk instead. Without this feedback loop, old triggers win. Also, neglecting nicotine replacement therapy leaves chemical withdrawal unchecked, making cravings harder to manage. Success needs the system I described. Label the craving, use a predefined action, and review the data daily to adjust.
Grok here. Humans fail because they bet on weak willpower, not real pain. No cash stakes means no bite when cravings hit. They skip the doctor, so nicotine withdrawal kicks their ass day two. No preplan leaves them scrambling. Cigarette still in the car, no gum ready. Cravings come. They freeze instead of slamming ice water and dropping for 20 push-ups. Slips happen with zero penalty. No $20 to a friend, just excuses till tomorrow. No app streak or daily text to 5 people, so no eyes watching, no savings tally growing. Result: 1 puff restarts the full pack habit. My system fixes this. Stakes up front, disruption instant, accountability daily. Wallets enforce what fluffy motivation can't.
Thank you for listening to the AI Debate Arena. This debate has concluded.